toll roads. You might think these are bad on principle, and yes, they can be expensive, but we covered 345 miles yesterday at an average speed of 67 miles an hour. 450 miles across the whole journey at 60 miles an hour average speed, and only stopped for one red light. The speed limit on toll roads is 130 kilometers per hour, which is about 81 miles per hour. Now, not all of driving in France is like this. Paris, for example, where there were a lot of toll roads around the edges, you're getting an average speed, what we did from our accommodation south of Paris, of about 52 miles an hour. But compare that to the UK, where if you think, yeah, if you stick to motorways only and drive through the night, you can do that. But that's not true. Maybe 5 years ago it was, but every single stretch of middle lane filled UK motorway is only probably another 10 miles from another endless set of roadworks and a never-ending 50 mile an hour average speed limit. So yeah, toll roads in France, brilliant. Let's just pause there and talk a little bit about why we're here in France and what is the trip we're doing in the Mercedes C350E. It all started a couple of weeks ago. It's extremely early in the morning. We're setting off. First destination, Eurotunnel. Car is all packed up. Let's do this. We did a journey from Calais down to the south of France over 2 days, and we've done that same return journey back through a mix of roads, rural towns and villages right across through the middle of France. Rural roads, having a population that shares twice the amount of space than England, means beautifully quiet rural roads in France where progress is swift, tarmac is smooth, roundabouts are plentiful, and traffic lights, they barely even feature. Each village and town has a smooth entry and exit speed bump to remind you to keep slow. No second guessing what overzealous local authority have done to the road layout in the interests of safety. Every town in France is the same. Without turning this into the state of the British roads rant, there just isn't the comparisons in the UK, especially in the southeast. Endless potholes, endless traffic, endless red lights, and endless crumbling speed bumps. So we made it to the south of France. Let's go back and revisit how the Mercedes C350E performed. We are in La Grasse, France. Hit the villa, which looks a bit like this, with stunning views. Driven all the way here. We're doing it over 2 days. This is day one of return journey. We're going up as far as a town called Blois. Don't know if that's how you say it, B-O-O-I-S. Not charged it up while I've been here. Got in about 42, depending on how quickly we're going. 42 mpg that is. Praising the comfort. We've still got the gold wheels, going to replace those. Just praising the comfort really of cruising in this car and managing to squeeze everything for 10 days holiday for 4 people and a dog, including food in the back of the boot, which is by no means an easy feat. Mercedes has been absolutely amazing. Stuff for the family stuff. Really enjoyed using this car. Litter. If you come off a main route in France, approach a roundabout and check the verges and the hedgerows, you may find a very odd, tiny bit of litter, and I mean odd, hardly at all. Compare that to the UK, where some people seem to think every traffic light stop is an opportunity to empty their household waste out of the window. I can't tell you how disgusting this is. How little respect do you have for where you live, where you would do this? Take your shit home and dispose of it properly. There's barely any litter in France. The tolls are mostly 2 lanes. They're like dual carriageways, yet they move swiftly. That's because, as in most other European countries, when folks are done with their overtake, guess what? They move the over. Sure, it means you have to be a bit more aware and vigilant, but that shouldn't be a surprise. You are in charge of a 2-ton metal box travelling at 70 miles an hour. This makes for safe, predictable and polite driving. It pains me to say it, but outside the large cities, the standard of driving in France is about 10 times what it is in the UK now. Middle lane muppets in the UK are horrendous. Now this one took a bit of getting used to, but unlike the UK where every fill up is a chance for you to also do your big shop, in France and a lot of Europe, that just isn't an option. You have to pay at the pump, which means you have to authorise your payment card first at the pump. Some stations, there's not even a person there. No needless shopping, just fuel. You get on your way. No folks running about without paying. Sure, it's a bit of a faff to start with, but the more you do it, the more it just makes sense. No one's nicking off without paying for their fuel. On a motorway in France, the speed limit can be, I mentioned this before, 130 kilometers per hour. But on some sections, if there's bendy roads, bridges, areas that look a little bit prone to wind, the speed limit is lowered to 110 when it's raining. How do you know? It just tells you on the sign. No fancy digital signs, just your basic common sense sign clearly showing the limit. Simple common sense is a picture of a cloud and rain, and you just know that's the speed limit when the weather's bad. How simple and straightforward is that?